Hi, it's Ashley here, and I'm shooting this video at the end of the day after 9 hours of delivering one of my ethical sales and communication courses to a dozen people in this room. So maybe I don't look as fresh as I did at the start of the day. But if you remember, the first video I shot this morning was I talked about the importance of how you build rapport with people, and I shared the story of how I met Dorothy Carnegie at a Dale Carnegie conference and how she connected with me and built that rapport, and how a 78-year-old lady a year later remembered me, and how it had a massive impact on my life. And the reason why I'm shooting these videos, I'm currently writing a series of articles for some dental magazines, and what they've asked me to write about is the important skills that are necessary and crucial is when a patient comes to see you about a cosmetic treatment such as short-term orthodontics. So if you haven't seen that video, please go to YouTube, go under Ashley and put Carnegie, and you'll see that first video. What I'd like to do is share with you in this video is the importance of not only once you've built rapport with the patients, the importance of asking questions and really listening attentively to our patients' wants and needs. What I find is, and what the biggest mistakes I find that most dentists make after spending 25 years in the industry of training dentists, is that often dentists make assumptions about patients, what their wants and needs are. Often they prejudge them by what they're wearing or the dress or maybe the zip code or what the job is. But the other mistake they make is that they present their solutions too quickly. In other words, they don't ask enough questions. Now, in this video, I'll share two crucial questions that you need to ask in every consultation, particularly if it's a cosmetic one. Before we do that, let's look at the advantage of asking questions. Well, firstly, there's many advantages of asking questions. The first thing is you can particularly tailor exactly what your patient's wants and needs are. Believe it or not, it still builds amazing rapport because most patients like to talk about themselves. It stops you from making assumptions. So you can give exactly what the patient's wants and needs are. And also it makes the patient feel valued. It feels like you're spending time with them, that you value them, and they love that experience as well. Now, when you're asking questions on my normal 2-day ethical sales and communication course, I spend hours on this material. But one key skill which is absolutely crucial to this is being a really, really good listener. And what I find is that most dentists listen to respond. Now, what do I mean by listening to respond? How many times have you ever listened to a patient and as you're listening to them, you're thinking what you're going to say back? Do you ever find yourself doing that? Well, if you do that, what you start to do is you actually stop listening to what the patient's wants and needs are, and you're in solution mode. And what I'm going to say is please try and avoid that and work hard at it. What you want to be doing is listening attentively to understand exactly why your patient's here and understanding exactly what their problems are. And you can only do that by becoming genuinely interested, like Dorothy Carnegie did with me. So please listen attentively rather than listening to respond. And the more you listen, the more you learn. The more you learn, the more you can truly understand what your patient's problems are, and they will help you increase your uptake of treatment plans. So I said at the start of the video, I'm going to share with you two crucial questions that you can ask in any cosmetic treatment consultation, particularly the ones I mentioned like implants or short-term ortho. So here's two questions that you should really ask. The first one is, when a patient comes to you about cosmetic treatment, please ask them, Mrs. Jones, if it is Mrs. Jones, do you mind me asking, how long have you been thinking about having this treatment done? How long have you been considering or been thinking about having this treatment done? It's a brilliant question because you can see how long it is they've been thinking about it and the importance to them. But the second key question is, Mrs. Jones, do you mind me asking, why now? What's caused you to decide to have the treatment done now? Have you got a special event or something that's important to you that's why you've thought that I need to have the treatment done now? If you ask those two questions, you'll truly understand not only what your patient's problems are, but what the driving forces are. And often you'll understand what the emotional reasons are behind their decisions. So quick wrap up here with this. Not only you've got to spend time building rapport and connecting with them, but when you're asking questions, please listen to understand rather than listening to respond. But don't forget to ask those two crucial questions. How long have you been thinking about this for? but do you mind me asking why now? What's caused you to decide to have the treatment done now? And once you ask those questions, you'll truly understand the driving force behind your patient's decisions. I hope these 2 short videos have been important. I now have to hit the road. I've got a 3-hour journey and look forward to presenting more videos for you in the whole of 2017. Thanks a lot. Bye.